Thank you, Edwin, for that wonderful toast. His father raised the toast for our son and our daughter's christening. So he is keeping the tradition in the family. I want to tell you something that happened 25 years ago. And if you guessed that Priscilla and I got married, yeah, that happened, but that's not what I'm talking about. If you also guessed that Priscilla predicted the rapid development in driverless technology, that also happened, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our wedding celebration. Something like this, a little bigger. All our friends and family were there, like here, only a little more. Beautiful toast was raised, just like how Edwin has done, but his is better. And then the microphone was given to me, like this, to thank everyone. And what I did is something like this. Thank you everyone for coming to our wedding. And I handed the microphone to my lovely wife. I was petrified of public speaking at that time. But she was as if she was born to speak. She took the microphone and thanked everyone. It was clear, it was emotional, she had tears in her eyes, and everyone gave her a rousing round of applause. I strongly believe that if she had joined Toastmasters 25 years ago, today she would be jet-setting all over the world, being a motivational speaker. Instead, she had to settle and marry me. And I believe that decision to marry me, even though I have not asked her, what's the toughest decision you have made in your life? I'm sure the answer would have been, the decision was to get married to me. That was the toughest decision. You may ask me why. At that time, I had just started working. I came to Kuwait, I had a very small job, nothing fancy. I had no money in the bank. I had no house, I had no property, nothing to show. I was bad marriage material. On the other hand, she was working as a manager in a company in India, and she was earning excellent salary. She was providing for her family. She was the only breadwinner. And then she had to make this decision to get married to me, someone who doesn't have anything to show except maybe a promise of a future, but nothing in hand. The question was, should she give up all of that for someone like me who doesn't have anything and isn't even good looking? All indicators said that this marriage should not happen, but it did. And I'll tell you why it happened, why we got married. You know, I had one skill, and I still have that, and the skill was I was very good at writing. And in those days, we did not have mobile phones. And calling international was very expensive and complicated. So I used to write her letters. Every day I used to write her letters, 2 to 3 pages. And in those letters, I could show her a future that was possible. She has all those letters with her. A person who logically read those letters would say, these letters look like those emails that we get from those Nigerian princes who promise you millions of dollars in exchange for sending them a few $1,000s. So if she had thought logically, she would have looked at it, oh, this is a scam. But she decided to go with her emotion and take the risk and get married to me. And I believe I have worked quite hard in the last 25 years to commit to whatever I had promised, all those objectives and key performance indicators and targets that I had set ourselves for our future. But she did not just come and say, oh, you promised me this, give me this. No, she committed to this marriage where we worked together to make those things happen. I'm not sure if we were able to achieve all of those targets, but I plan to read those letters once again. They are still there in one box. And if there are still some targets that we have not achieved, I believe we have another 25 years to make those things happen. And I thank each and every one of you for coming here today for the special day in our life. And all of you have played a part for what we are today in one way or the other. Thank you for coming. And here's to my lovely wife and her decision to get married to me.